You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, a prominent attorney supports the government in the Grand Bahama Port Authority matter. Plus, the Disaster Reconstruction Authority assesses the Abaco City dump site. And Abaco gearing up for the union elections. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the conversation continues over the fate of city management in Grand Bahama as the question looms large. Should the government seize complete control from the Grand Bahama Port Authority? A prominent attorney at law has emerged as a staunch advocate for a government takeover, passionately arguing that the Port Authority has failed to deliver any substantial progress to the people of Grand Bahama over the past 2 decades.
The time has come for the government to take over management and control the licensing of Freeport, etc., as the government does in the rest of the country.
In a battle of opinions that has sparked discussions across the community, prominent Freeport attorney Terrence Gape is expressing strong support for the government's intervention in the management of Freeport. Gape's comments comes in the wake of the Prime Minister's recent remarks during a budget communication where he emphasized the necessity of decisive action. Highlighting the contrasting prosperity experienced by other islands in the country, Gape argues that Freeport seems to have been left behind in terms of development and progress.
The Port Authority, while they were successful for quite a long period, from 1960, let's say, to 2005, they have fallen into the doldrums since 2004 with the death of Edward St. George, the hurricanes Jean and Matthew, and at the same time, Florida deciding to grant casino licenses throughout the state, which destroyed our tourism model.
In a recent interview with our ZNS News team, Rupert Hayward made a surprising revelation, stating that his family is considering selling a portion of their 50% stake in the GBPA to attract companies that can infuse much-needed investment on the island. However, Gape is strongly opposing this proposition.
And I think the answer is not to invite other investors to come and take part in our regulatory system, but to invite investors always to come and spend money in our country as an investor, but not as a ruler, not as a pseudo-governmental authority.
In a scathing remark, Attorney Gape has accused GBPA of neglecting their regulatory and developmental obligations outlined in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, specifically highlighting the decision by the port and Hutchison to sell the Grand Bahama International Airport to the government for a mere $1 after it was damaged by Hurricane Dorian.
That's an abdication, and it proves to me that they just had no ideas and no plan to stay as the primary moving force in this town. In that case, they should move aside.
And as for the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, he says,
the Hawksbill Creek Agreement has done a lot of good for Grand Bahama and the Bahamas, but its time is up.
In other news, during his budget communication in Parliament today, Minister of Labour and Immigration, the Honourable Keith Bell, revealed that the budget extends the concessions of the Family Island Development Encouragement Act, meaning that concessions are available throughout the country and not just for a few selected islands. As he spoke on infrastructure throughout the country, Bell reaffirmed the Davis administration's commitment to providing Grand Bahama residents with a new hospital and airport.
Structure. This budget provides the funding for critical infrastructure across our archipelago. Most importantly, under this Davis-led administration and under the able and competent authority of the leadership of the Honourable Member for Tall Pines and the Minister of Health, the construction of the long, overdue, brand new, state-of-the-art hospital in and for Grand Bahama is underway. Yes, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I was there. Right. This isn't just talk. Shovels are in the ground.
The immigration minister also took the time to remind Grand Bahama residents that the Davis-Cooper administration is focused on revitalizing, rebuilding, and restoring the island of Grand Bahama.
By this achievement, Mr. Deputy Speaker, this Davis-led administration is doing in this term what the 5 sitting members of Parliament for Grand Bahama could not do in the last term. 5. Compare our records. Grand Bahamians, a vote for the PLP is a vote for progress.
Well, the Bahamas Educators Councilors and Allied Workers Union, Abaco, is getting ready to host their first slate of elections since coming into being 3 years ago. The elections take place this coming Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. And as the elections draw near, President Sandra Major reflects on the past 3 years.
It was a growing experience. We've learned a lot. We've come far. And we realized that we can get some things done if we work together. And we're hoping that with the new board, we will continue to work together and try to improve the education system along with the ministry, along with parents, to improve the education system of this country. In this union, we want to do something different. So our approach is that we are working together.
With just the Assistant Treasurer and Trustee seats running opposed, Assistant Secretary General Rochelle Bowe Manchester speaks to the vote of confidence that the current board has garnered moving forward.
I guess it says that the members feel comfortable with who they had so far, and that they would wish to see us back again, and that they would want us to continue to lead the union in this season. I see it as totally being good because, as the president said, it's a chance for something new, something different, to do union in a different way. You know, it didn't have to always be arguments and back and forward. It could be something amicable at times. If there's a need to fight, then fight. But when there's not a need to, then let's do it in a civilized way where we can come to the table and talk.
Now, the polling division for Grand Bahama will be Genesis Academy. Abaco will also be hosting their annual general meeting on June 26th through 27th at Christ the King, and their installation of officers on June 27th, also at Christ the King at 7 p.m. Heading now into news from Abaco, the Disaster Reconstruction Authority recently conducted a tour of various sites on the Northern Island with a particular focus on the Spring City debris management dump site. This location has raised concerns among residents due to the presence of burning debris and associated environmental risks. Our Simone Davis was with the team during their visit on Tuesday, and she brings us an update on the progress of controlled management at that site.
Over the past few months, concerns have been mounting among Abaco residents regarding the burning debris and the associated environmental risk at the dump site. However, the Disaster Reconstruction Authority has taken significant steps to address these concerns. We spoke to the site manager at the Spring City DMS site, Brandon Bowe, who revealed that they are tackling the debris head on and have made significant strides to rid the site of waste over the past several weeks.
So right now we're in the demobilization phase of the site. It's actually been really productive. We've been doing a lot, getting a lot of the stuff out. You know, things have really been productive here, working with the DRA to get as much of this debris out as possible. We've been just breaking down, separating between biodegradable and non-biodegradable debris. You know, just trying to focus on it from an environmentally friendly standpoint. You know, get all the piles down. We had a lot of mountains in the back. We started to, you know, decrease those one by one. And as things progress, we get it down to a nice level. And nature's just taking its course, and a lot of the vegetation and stuff is starting to come back.
As part of the assessment tour, the DRA team closely monitored the operations at the site and assessed the progress made thus far. DRA Chairman Alex Storr says their team is committed to addressing the environmental concerns of residents.
The DRA is quite happy with the contractor here at the site. We have seen the progress from taking over from day one. Right over here, when we first got here, were mountain and piles of debris. Now you can see vegetation is starting to grow back up. It's being sorted and removed. But there have been no fires at the site besides one that I can remember, and that was extinguished rather quickly.
The site manager emphasized why the environmental health of the island and residents is crucial.
This means a lot, especially from a public health standpoint. As we get a lot of the debris out, a lot of the worries the residents may have had, whether it's, concerns to the water table, we're dispelling those, we're getting those out the way, and it's just the overall environment from, especially approaching hurricane season. You got a lot of debris just piling up, but we're getting them out in a nice and efficient manner. So a lot of the concerns the environments have, the public have, from just, healthy air, healthy water, we're top on that.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news when we return.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need. And extended hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Father's Day is June 18th. Treat Dad to a full buffet brunch in the Grand Lucayan Hotel Ballroom. Brunch is from noon until 4 p.m. Tickets may be purchased at the lobby or call 373-1333 for more information.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
This Father's Day, let's celebrate Dad. Make him feel like the hero in your life by shopping with Bellevue Gifts. Lots of great gift ideas in stock, from wallets to pen sets, dominoes, backgammon, inspirational books, and fragrances. Happy Father's Day from Bellevue Gifts and Supplies.
The Grand Bahama Independence celebrations continue Friday, June 30th with the Road to 50 party cruise on board Maxis. Boat leaves Port Lucaia 7 p.m. sharp. Tickets $50, includes light food and one drink. For more information, call 727-2692.
I thought the march was very, very good. Today we're celebrating 61 years, Doris Johnson, what she did to promote women to bring us to this stage to where we are today.
Seeing the little girls is the coolest part to me because, that's our future.
I actually thought it was amazing to see so many females come on and support one another. It makes me know that, we have actually grown. I know where we came from, and I know we have to go further.
A woman's march, that is something that's very different, so I really liked it, and I feel like it's a great turnout for being the first one.
I feel good. I'm proud to be a woman in this Bahama land.
I am so proud to be a woman in the Bahamas.
Chemistry, biology, math, and physics are the academic building blocks that one needs to excel in the STEM field. That is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And these four disciplines are the foundation stones for the battle of the brains. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. One local organization is issuing an appeal for donations as the demand for food assistance continues to grow on the island. They say without the support of the community, the feeding program may come to a halt. Raven Davis reports.
Reach Out founder Dudley Said is afraid that the organization may not be able to sustain its feeding program as the demand for assistance has increased in recent time. The feeding program has been of great benefit to the community for the past 5 years consistently. Said says it was initially offered on an occasional basis, but has been further extended into an everyday operation.
Yesterday, I had to go by BW and shop out of my own pocket. I don't know how long we can sustain this, but I think we had a couple of corporate companies did assist, but the demand is so high. The families come there every day looking for help. And the hardest thing for me is to turn them away.
He reveals that since Hurricane Dorian, which battered the already sluggish economy, cars have lined up every morning at 10 a.m., and some of the persons requiring assistance are the working class.
Persons who have a job still can't sustain their stuff. Maybe they have mortgages, they have their kids they're trying to assist, and it's difficult at this particular time here in Grand Bahama. They say when they go elsewhere, it's a lot of red tape, but how we do it at the Reach Out Center, once you ask, we continue to help.
Lamenting that he's resorted to dipping into his personal budget, Said sends this appeal.
What we try to always have is they're always looking for grits, rice, normally because they could stretch, tuna, sardine, those type of stuff that families, that families can put food on the table. Some asking corporate Grand Bahama, even asking the government of the Bahamas, just to remember us. We have never stopped, since Hurricane Dorian. Every day, constantly every day, we give out groceries here in the wider community of Grand Bahama.
Those wishing to donate can drop the grocery items at the center or call 441-1229.
In 1953, the United States began.
Dedicated more than 2 decades of his life to teaching physical education. He acknowledges that his career pales in comparison to the joy he finds in being a father. Here's that report.
I guess next to the blessing of my wife, my children is probably the greatest blessing that I've ever had.
For the past 28 years, he has dedicated himself to the noble profession of being a physical education teacher. Although it is a career that he holds dear and enjoys, its significance pales in comparison to the immense joy and fulfillment he experiences as a father.
Watching them from being helpless individuals to now, they're adults and, they're doing wonderful in life. That excites me most.
Jerome Strawn, a proud father of 6, holds high aspirations for each of his children. In his own youth, he nurtured dreams of becoming a professional football player, but fate had other plans. However, he now gets to witness his dream come to life through his son, Michael Strawn, who has achieved professional success as a player for the Indianapolis Colts.
Although it didn't happen for me, going all the way to the NFL, the fact that he has gotten there, I get to relive it. I'm most thrilled about that.
An environment of love permeates every corner of their home, fostering a deep and unbreakable bond among all family members.
When it comes to the church, we make sure that as a family, we're in attendance and, we live by those laws and those statutes of the Lord. So, that, I think, builds a great bond with us as a family.
The title of father is one that carries immense significance and should never be taken lightly. He firmly believes that being a father is not merely a biological role, but a lifelong commitment that demands dedication, responsibility, and unwavering love.
Fathers need to model a life of character to our children. That's what I believe, will allow them to recognize how to live. My relationship with my wife, their mother, my relationship with them as individuals and what have you. Understand it's an awesome responsibility. We see all of the negative aspects of society, and I really do believe that if we play our roles, we can help to turn that whole situation around. Again, happy Father's Day.
Your Wednesday check on sports is next with Jay Philippe.
evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports, an exciting Father's Day basketball tournament scheduled for Friday. But let's begin with soccer. Here's Shane Stubbs.
The Grand Bahama Soccer Club is gearing up for their annual girls soccer camp.
We're very excited. For the second year, we're having an all-girls camp, ages 7 to 18. We have 2 coaches coming from the U.S. The sessions are from 9 to 3. We'll have big tents out here to keep them out of the sun at times. But we have some college students back to help us.
Parents are urged to get their kids registered fast, as they expect this year's camp to be one for the ages.
On Saturday from 9 to 12, we'll be here to register. Right on the field, we'll have a tent set up so they can come and register. They can also register at Town and Country any time of the day, 8:30 to 5. And we have not 1 shirt, but we have 3 shirts if you register early.
Presenting as Total Sports, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Switching gears now in sports, an exciting and entertaining basketball tournament is scheduled for this Friday at St. George's Gym, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Pastors versus the Police, Fathers versus Sons, Junkanoo groups will be in action, and even Team Polymers versus Team Grand Bahama, Bahamas Game Squad.
This is going to be an exciting event. We have the fathers. My son think he could beat me. I don't think that's possible. There's no way I'll allow my son to beat me. That'll be one of the exciting game. We have 4 Junkanoo groups. We have Platinum Knights, Superstar Rockers, the New Generation, and Swingers.
We promised to beat up on the pastors, so we telling them get themselves together. We don't mean to beat them too bad because we need them on church on Sunday to deliver the Father's Day message. But it's a good initiative, man. It's wholesome. Like he said, he have the Junkanoo community, the DJs with motor. Everybody should be out there and come out and support.
And finally in sports, scores from the West Grand Bahama Summer League in Under 13 play. House Suppliers defeated Team Ginger 26-21 in overtime. Under 13 action, Out to Sea Sharks defeated Grand Central 40-17. Now in Under 19 plays, Office Destroyers defeated Prescription Parlor 36-29. Fair Play got the W against Kamala Boys 52-45. Kamala Boys defeated God Dated Grocers 32-27. And in open play, FES Construction defeated Freeport Roofing 47-30. Coca-Cola got the win against Warren Construction 42-37. Econo Electric was victorious against Subway 36-33. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Father's Day is June 18th. Treat Dad to a full buffet brunch in the Grand Lucayan Hotel Ballroom. Brunch is from noon until 4 p.m. Tickets may be purchased at the lobby or call 373-1333 for more information. Father's Day is approaching. Reserve your table this Father's Day weekend at Off the Deep Edge Restaurant. Enjoy an exquisite 3-course meal or Sunday breakfast brunch. Call Off the Deep Edge Restaurant 352-1664 or WhatsApp 807-3400.
Esquire is celebrating Father's Day in grand style. Shop June 1st to 17th and be eligible to win a $1,000 shopping spree. Save 15% off store-wide from June 12th to 17th. Happy Father's Day from Esquire.
It's a Rake and Scrape party happening Saturday, June 17th at No Holds Bar and Lounge next to the YMCA. Bring your rags and dancing shoes as they move to the sounds of Bloody and Fanchon. Gates open at 9 p.m. Entry fee is $10. Don't miss the fabulous 25% off Father's Day sale at Park and Shop downtown, men's department only. This June 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, excluding underwear.
This Father's Day, Dynamite Productions, along with gospel recording artist Pastor Simeon Alton, presents Come Laugh With Your Pa, featuring Miss Daisy. Mr. Bush T, Evan Williams, and Lady C. Miller. It's most definitely a night of laughter. Miss Daisy, come laugh with your pa. Sunday, June 18th at 7 p.m. at New Life Worship Center off Call Road. Advance tickets are $25 and $30 at the door. Tickets available at Claire Bakery in the NBNC Plaza or New Life Worship Center. For tickets and info, phone 813-5965.
We gonna be live back by his church for Father's Day. Look here, we giving Daddy morning crowd. Morning and a bow tie. We coming to laugh with our pa. June the 18th, 2023.
okay, Bahamian? Ah, yeah. Hey. We're rich in culture, we can straight choke canoe. Fishing and sailing, just to name a few, free from bondage. That was our heritage. Ah, yeah. Our nation isn't perfect, there is more work to be done. Forward, upward, and onward towards the rising sun. Yes, we should be proud. It's time to say it loud. Oh, grab your flag, wave it from side to side. Aqua, gold, and black represents your pride. Lift your head and say, I'm a proud Bahamian.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. Clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Renee Williams, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We also want to congratulate you on your high school graduation from Tabernacle Baptist Academy. Well done. We also want to send a special birthday shout out to the man behind the scenes here in the North, our technical producer, Ray Delver. Happy birthday. I know you enjoyed it. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy. And I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the 3rd most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
Our children aren't moving enough, increasing their risk of diabetes and obesity. Let's get them moving.
Smile, smile.
Let's get them moving.
Sand Dollar is the digital dollar created by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's just like physical cash, but safer and more convenient. Sand Dollar is secure and can be used on any Android or ISO device. Use Sand Dollar for your personal and business transactions. Whether by QR code or short name, you can send and receive Sand Dollars safely with the touch of a button. Download any Sand Dollar enabled app to get started today. Sand Dollar, it's just like texting cash. Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, an egregious port deal. Irregular migrant trends revealed, a safe and resilient roadmap, and in sports, Bahamian eyes WWE stardom. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Nearly 2 weeks after its official opening, the particulars of the initial Nassau Cruise Port deal were today revealed in the House of Assembly. Locking horns with the former Prime Minister over those details was a senior cabinet minister who publicly condemned the former administration for reportedly one of the worst investment deals in Bahamian history. Altavis Munnings leads us off tonight.
It is critical, it is unacceptable, and the Free National Movement must be condemned for what they do.
Granting a 25-year lease of more than 93 acres of crown land and seabed, considered one of the most profitable and valuable pieces of land in the country, to a private company, an annual bargain basement rate of 50 cents per passenger, estimated to generate between $2 and $3 million per year, no official signed registered land surveyor plan, a construction period plus 25 years, and a 2-year winding down period, a 15-year extension option with mutual agreement, an absolute discretion to increase the passenger facility charge, as well as the port facility fee with the U.S. Consumer Price Index up to 5% a year. While that's a lot, those are some of the strikes against the former Free National Movement government's deal on the Nassau Cruise Port levied by Labor and Immigration Minister and the Member of Parliament for Carmichael, the Honourable Keith Bell. But what he describes as egregious are the 2023 through 2027 revenue projections and its impact on the country's purse.
Over the 5-year period, the government will get $18 million.
My Lord.
The port will get $575 million, 800,000. Let's consider how much they will make from the cruise port that the F&M handed over to them over the 27-year period, assuming that the 5-year projections will hold. They ain't gonna lose no money. That's on average $115 million per year. Multiply that by 27.
Let me do it.
That is $3,109,320,000. That is more than the entire national budget we're debating today.
His accusations received a quick response from former Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Killarney, the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis.
The government gets 10% VAT on the revenue, which is added. In addition to that, the port is owned 51% by the Bahamian people and 49% by Global Port. Because remember, 2% goes to the yes establishment, which means after expenses, the bulk of the money goes to the Bahamian people. So the members misinforming the public here today.
Minister Bell claims the former administration's horrific deals have bound and tied the hands of future governments and generations to come. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings.
Meantime, the Department of Immigration pulling its largest revenue haul to date at nearly $80 million between January and March of this year. But as we hear in this next report, challenges linger, pushing officials to further tighten immigration policies. 6 months into 2023 and already 2,526 irregular migrants have been repatriated. And if you think that's mind-boggling, if we were to backtrack a bit, within 4 months, that figure was already more than half of last year's total. And here's why that's cause for concern.
It means then, Madam Speaker, that in this budget, we have put $1.9 or so million for repatriation exercise. Now, last year, we spent $1.9 million, and if present trends continue, it is likely, Madam Speaker, that we would be coming back to the Cabinet, to the Parliament, for contingency funding for repatriations.
Now, traditionally, immigration officials would be up against a boatload of migrants from one particular country.
This, though, has mushroomed into significant boatloads of migrants from varying homelands. Certainly not the only trend, according to Immigration Minister the Honourable Keith Bell. Another, unaccompanied minors aboard unseaworthy vessels. In fact, according to the minister, between January and June, some 99 children were repatriated.
Persons legally entering the Bahamas on a round-trip ticket, but canceling their tickets immediately upon coming into the Bahamas in hopes of being smuggled into the United States. Non-Bahamian females disguising their pregnancies and to airline officials and law enforcement officials, and giving birth within weeks of landing in the Bahamas. The movement of certain large groups of nationals from a particular country through a country to our north, to our south, by private charters, the use of larger motorcrafts, including Bertrams and Vikings, versus speedboats to smuggle irregular migrants, and the unprecedented number of combined large groups of mixed nationals.
Just last week, there was a group from Haiti, Ecuador, Brazil, and Italy. Juxtapose this against the Defense Force and U.S. Coast Guard's 20 interceptions at sea, netting some 1,678 migrants between January 1st and June 1st of this year. Furthermore, between February 20th and June 5th, 630 migrants were taken into custody from Abaco. Of that figure, 282 have been charged before the courts, convicted, and subsequently deported. Well, in related news, deportation awaits 26 foreign nationals arraigned on a number of immigration charges. Of the group, 2 Chinese nationals pleaded guilty to possession and unlawful use of an irregular Bahamas immigration stamp, knowingly attempting to mislead an immigration officer, and overstaying. They were subsequently convicted and fined $1,000 each. Count failure to pay could find the duo spending 8 months at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Pleading guilty to the charge of illegal embarkation were 5 Chinese, 3 Jamaicans, 1 Brazilian, and 1 Haitian. They were fined $300 or served 1 month at B-Docks. On the charge of overstaying were 3 Jamaican nationals. A guilty plea led to fines or imprisonment. Confessing to the same charge were 6 Haitian nationals. 5 were convicted and fined $300. 1 Haitian was also charged with knowingly attempting to mislead an immigration officer. He too pleaded guilty and fined $1,500. The sentences are to run concurrently. Upon payment of fines and completion of sentences, the migrants are to be deported. Well, CNN reporting that the Supreme Court here in the Bahamas temporarily barred the government from agreeing to let U.S. prosecutors pursue part of their criminal case against former FTX chief Sam Bankman-Fried. Last month, U.S. federal prosecutors in Manhattan said they would drop 5 charges of foreign bribery, bank fraud, and conspiracy against the 31-year-old embattled crypto head if the Bahamas did not agree to them. Those charges were not in Bankman-Fried's initial 8-count indictment last December, which focused on FTX's collapse, but were added after his extradition. Now, the article quotes the Supreme Court stating that the Foreign Affairs Minister and Attorney General could not consent to the new charges until Bankman-Fried had a formal chance to object. Supreme Court Justice Loren Klein wrote that issues Bankman-Fried has raised a reasonable prospect of success. The decision could prolong uncertainty over whether Bankman-Fried's scheduled October 2nd trial will cover all the 13 charges he faces. Well, reducing sexual crimes, a priority area for the National Security Minister in the face of a troubling trend here in the capital. Lloyd Allen reports.
The alleged assault of a 14-year-old girl on Monday only adding to increasing concern where that number has decreased everywhere but here in the capital. That according to stats provided by National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Munro during his budget contribution in the House of Assembly on Tuesday.
So in New Providence, it's up by 64% in the reporting period of 23 from 14. It fell in Grand Bahama by 56%. It fell in the rest of the Family Islands by 33%. But the increase in New Providence drove an overall increase in rate. The response to that, and monies allocated are being spent currently, is to address it by establishing a centralized unit to deal with sexual offenses and domestic violence that will house NGOs and victim care professionals.
Other social ills like street gangs also concerning to the government. They're hopeful, though, that programs implemented will make a difference.
Shock treatment is one. The level of criminality has fallen to a level, and Angliston can tell you, that hype is the next one. Helping young people excel. It's run by the Defense Force, Police Force, Corrections, the Ministry of Education through its administrators, its guidance counselors, social services through its social workers in the school, the Ministry of Health through its anti-drug program, the Second Chance program piloted in the South Central Division. Again, statistics are being collected, but in the meantime, we're intervening. And so the statistics on the Second Chance in their first iteration is 90%.
And while concerns remain, Monroe is hopeful that these efforts will make a difference in the national effort in fighting crime. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
ZNS News learning that a female resident of Mangrove Key, Andros, is in police custody following allegations she sexually assaulted a teen boy on that island. Speaking to the issue through a press release, Area Member of Parliament Leon Lundy confirmed he was aware of the police investigation into the matter, adding, though, that we live in a country that allows for innocence until proof of guilt. Lundy assured he will assist investigators in any way if called upon to do so. Meantime, investigators updating Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda on this past Sunday's incident of a 27-year-old mother being shot. She's in critical but stable condition. Initial police reports suggested a bullet ricocheted off a dog police shot while attempting to execute a warrant. Fernanda dispelled claims the victim was shot while nursing an infant, the commissioner adding that he's reached out to the woman's family to advise them of where things stand. Now, some of the officers, he said, wore body cams. The investigation then will clarify the bullet's trajectory. A few weeks back, it was new vehicles. This afternoon, the police force unveiled its latest fleet of motorcycles. Jiminita Swain has the story.
Well, earlier today, Makushla, we were at the traffic division just on the east-west highway where 50 new 850 BMW bikes were unveiled. They were blessed by the police force's chaplain. Commissioner of Police, Mr. Clayton Fernanda, was on hand, and he indicated that these new bikes are top of the line.
We did our research, and we came up with the best of the best with respect to cycles. During the course of the past 7 weeks, we have identified a number of officers, just over 50 officers, just training for the bikes. We had the professionals, the company that the cycles were purchased from. They came down, assembled the bikes, and assisting the officers with respect to the training and also the maintenance.
He also shared how the new bikes will be used on the streets.
You now will see cycles assisting in the smooth flow of traffic, the rush hours in the morning and late afternoon. We also have a number of complaints where cyclists, especially on the weekends, they are not obeying the law, the traffic laws. Individuals are riding bikes recklessly throughout the streets of New Providence, especially on weekends, Sunday especially, not being licensed, no helmets, like it's no law for them.
Now, the bikes are already in use. Commissioner Fernanda did not disclose the price tag, but he indicated that the cost of the new bikes are, of course, in the millions of dollars. At this point, he says it's time now to get to work. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminita Swain. Back to you in Studio Makushla.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. The University of the Bahamas finds itself in a familiar spot, that is, having to appoint another president. This following the resignation of its second head, Dr. Eric Rowland, as confirmed in a release today from UB's Board of Trustees. Rowland, who vacates the top post months and cites personal family reasons for his decision. Rowland's departure comes less than a year after his appointment, following what the board at the time said was a competitive and rigorous search and assessment process. It also comes just weeks after his first UB graduation. UB's board wished Rowland's family well as he embarks on his future endeavors. For now, until July 2025, the outgoing president's post will be filled by a familiar face, former College of the Bahamas president Janine Hodder, whom the board expressed its gratefulness for enabling a seamless transition of leadership and continued pursuit of accreditation. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
From the experts that created the Kentucky Chicken Sandwich comes the crispy barbecue sandwich. Bacon, cheddar cheese, crispy onions, and the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor. KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahama land. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahama land, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahama land.
Of the Bahamas. Fly away.
We are New Life Natural Company Limited, and we have actually been in the community for now 13 years, serving in the health field. Our diets is probably one of the most poorest diets actually in the Caribbean, and we are really low in the world. As a result of our diet, we are actually inheriting all of these different diseases. So we need to kind of like shift the way how we eat and shift it to eating more healthier food. So we at New Life here, we are trying to change the paradigms. We are actually introducing tasty, healthy options. And so hopefully this SPDC initiative will actually create the awareness, help us to have an understanding of what we are doing, why we are doing it, and help us to begin to shift this paradigm of proper eating, proper dieting, and proper fitness. So our motto is eat well, be well, and let your food be your medicine.
For more information about the Fitness and Wellness Initiative, contact the SPDC at 461-7232.
Health officials confirming a case of monkeypox in a 31-year-old New Providence man. A release noting that the patient, who has no significant medical or travel history, began experiencing symptoms on June 1st. Once to a physician, he was placed in isolation. Subsequently, tests were conducted and Mpox was confirmed. Surveillance and public health protocols continue. Now, as a reminder, Mpox symptoms include skin rash, lesions, fever, headache, backache, swollen lymph nodes, chills, and exhaustion. These symptoms can last for 2 to 4 weeks. Safety measures include washing hands properly and often with soap and water, using an alcohol-based sanitizer, cleaning and disinfecting surfaces regularly, and maintaining physical distance. Well, work's completed as others continue. The Prime Minister today among those touring the construction of a modern facility at the Princess Margaret Hospital during a blessing ceremony and ribbon cutting. Carla Palmer was there.
The government addressing not only a major issue, but a long-standing problem at the Princess Margaret Hospital, in that of a shortage of beds, with the new modular unit being assigned the most. Now, with the official opening of the space, the problem is being resolved. Hospital administrator is Mary Walker.
We now have 52 beds that have been returned to service. So these return to service beds make sure that we can deal with our patients.
In the modular unit, there's a total of 39 beds, a couple of bathrooms, and all other essentials required for comfort and convenience in the state-of-the-art facility. Additional bed capacity was also apportioned at the locations of PMH, including male medical 1 and 2 and female surgical 1, after those areas were all renovated. Managing Director at Public Hospitals Authority, Dr. Obadette Roll, is pleased of the progress. With the extensive amount of work completed already, there's still more to be done in the I-wing and accident and emergency sections.
You would have also had the opportunity to walk through the accident and emergency, a project that has been ongoing from 2019. However, we know what happened in those 2 years as it relates to COVID. We're happy to report that we are on target, and it's proposed in the next few months that you will see us moving forward into that space.
Tremendous progress, as our Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, terms it. Now investing millions into the planned renovation, he says he's doing what any responsible government should do to ensure quality health care in a timely manner in a state-of-the-art facility. That's also establishing a PHA academy to train medical personnel.
We have shortages of nursing, doctors, and other health allied personnel, and the institution of this institute to train nurses and other allied workers in the health field is a welcome addition to the efforts of the PHA.
Similar improvements are also taking place at the Rand Memorial Hospital on Grand Bahama. And, says Health Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, Family Island clinics will also see an improved level of healthcare and infrastructure, inclusive of the acquisition of new ambulances.
With funding from the IDB, that we will improve ground transportation throughout the Family Islands. The day will soon go where we put our loved ones in the back of a truck and move them.
Health officials say simultaneously they will also be addressing the need for increased human resource personnel. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
The Caribbean's top transportation decision makers and professionals here in the capital for the next few days, attending the 11th International Road Federation Caribbean Regional Congress at the Paradise Island Resort. The initiative designed for participants to brainstorm and exchange ideas on a wide range of industry challenges in hopes of coming up with workable solutions on the way forward. Fern Carey reports.
Participants at the IRF Caribbean Regional Congress are focusing on the theme, a roadmap to a safe and resilient transportation system, which the transportation professionals say perfectly incorporates their shared vision for the future. President of IRF Global, C. Patrick Sankey, says the Caribbean has diverse challenges and opportunities to create a sustainable and efficient transportation network in the face of climate change and global warming, to which roadways also contribute.
Together, we delve into innovative approaches, explore best practices, and embrace emerging technologies that have the potential to revolutionize the way we plan, design, and manage our infrastructure systems.
Now, given the need to promote more sustainable roads and infrastructure in the country, efforts are now underway to encourage more persons to buy electric vehicles.
Of the 260,000 registered vehicles in the Bahamas, it is reported that only 4 126, about 0.2%, are hybrid or electric vehicles. And therefore, one of the challenges of public policy is how do we better incentivize the use of more sustainable vehicles on our roads. During this 11th International Road Federation Regional Conference, it is my hope that we will collaborate and explore how our countries can incentivize drivers to purchase hybrid and electric vehicles, how our countries can design roadways that accommodate more of our residents riding bicycles to school or work.
The participants also agree that road safety is a shared responsibility that touches the lives of every single person.
There are about 130,000 fatalities and 6 million injuries every year in the Latin America and Caribbean region, according to the World Bank. The regional road traffic fatality rate is 19.2 per 100,000 people, or double the average in Europe.
He also indicated that while the Caribbean region is far from its goal of significantly reducing traffic fatalities by 2030, the goal can still be achieved by implementing comprehensive strategies to address the issue. The Congress comes to an end on June 16th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Meantime, another full day of meetings and events in California for officials at the Ministry of Tourism who are determined to spread the message that the Bahamas is indeed open for business. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
Forging stronger ties with the Bahamas and LA and making travel more seamless is a goal of Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, who met with the city's Deputy Mayor of International Affairs, Aaron Bromacom, Tuesday. A key part of that discussion, joint promotions and multi-destination tourism that the Los Angeles International Airport will be pivotal in.
It also is a gateway to Asia, and we have been able to develop a relationship where we work with their tourism bureau, who is looking to attract business from China and Japan and other countries on that side of the world, direct to LA, and then onward non-stop to Nassau. So we are going to be deepening this partnership. We think this gateway to the Pacific and to Asia is going to reap significant benefits for us.
While the California mission is tourism-focused, Cooper says meetings with officials from Netflix and Arizona State University, with its Sir Sidney Poitier New American Film School, were added with the hope of moving discussions toward establishing memorandum of understandings to support Bahamians in the arena of TV, film, and production, with possible internships and scholarships.
Whether it's for beach scene or whether it's for an entire production, we believe it's important, working with ASU, working with Netflix, to leverage these partnerships, build capacity in the Bahamas. We will do well in this industry, but certainly if we are able to have more homegrown talent resident in the Bahamas, the economic benefit will be more significant.
There was also the opportunity to promote the Bahamas for tourism and investment opportunities at a local TV station. The evening ended, though, with a Bahamian celebration for media, which Cooper believes is the best way to showcase the Bahamas.
Food, music, junkanoo, culture. So we're not just here talking it, we truly brought the Bahamas to California, and we're showing all of our media outlets, all of our agents and Bahama specialists, what is the breadth of the cultural experience in the Bahamas.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
The National Report returns in a moment. Stay with us.
This portion of the news is being brought to you by the 50th Independence Secretariat. Go to their website, celebrate-bahamas.com, or their Facebook page, Celebrate Bahamas, to see the schedule of exciting events.
Firstly, let me express how important the CTO is for Caribbean tourism. It's an opportunity for us to collaborate as we compete. So today we discussed issues of our common interest. One of the issues that we discuss is interconnectivity in terms of airlines participating in terms of connecting all of the islands of the Caribbean. We are looking to see how we can resolve this decades-old issue by using Bahamas Air, Cayman Airways, Caribbean Airlines, and other airlines in the region to work together to ensure that there is a commercially feasible solution. We're one people, and in order to be able to encourage multi-destination tourism, a shared culture, and a connection between the various countries, it is absolutely critical that we have this connectivity. It will help with tourism, it will help with trade, it will help with our connection as a Caribbean people. We've been talking a lot about the future of the CTO, making it continuously relevant for all of its members, and it's important that this collaboration continue. We have Brand Bahamas, which is significant for us in the Bahamas, but we also have the Caribbean brand. No matter where in the world you go, people know and love the Caribbean region.
I think you can try that new chili chin cheeseburger with it yet, that way.
It's the Chick Chani burger.
Like, sure, it's a sweet chili churn cheeseburger or something like that.
They call it Jimmy Curry burger, but you know who Jimmy Curry is? You never had Jimmy Curry?
No.
Hi, good day. Welcome to my Wendy's.
Hi, good day. Come to try that new chili chin cheeseburger with you all
And the Jimmy Cherry cheeseburger.
See, y'all need to tell you that's what it called.
You ain't say that. Yeah, that's what I want.
It's fresh, garlicky, and tangy. Wendy's new chimichurri cheeseburger.
Spring is here, and Easter is right around the corner. Thinking about moving forward with your personal goals that require money? Fidelity Bank can get you approved in no time without the red tape and the runaround. Fidelity offers competitive interest rates and minimum fees. The loan that you need and can afford is just a phone call away.
Saving money is super easy when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.59. Heinz ketchup, 32-ounce, $2.89. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for 99 cents. Big Sweet mixed vegetables or California blend, 28-ounce, $4.59. Bone-in chicken breast, $1.99 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals, and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
When we started Storm Frame Windows in 1999, we wanted to fabricate an impact-rated product to compete with the Florida market, and we've done this. There's no fabricator or vendor from Florida that can do what we can in the Bahamas. Because we fabricate locally and we're a local-based company, we have the capability to provide better customer service than our competitors. With all the worldwide supply chain issues, we at Stormframe have improved our fabrication process and have invested in stock to be able to produce our orders in 4 weeks. We also keep in stock over 400 windows and doors at standard sizes for walk-in customers to purchase. Our professional sales staff is here to assist you with the complete purchase and installation. We also service and ship to the Out Islands.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
It's National Oceans Protection Week, as proclaimed by Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis. The week coincides with World Oceans Day, which is celebrated every year on June 8th. The impact of human action on the ocean cannot be overstated. And just in case you're wondering why, Executive Director of BRIEF, Kasarina McKinney-Lambert, stresses how climate change has posed one of the greatest threats to the Bahamas.
Climate change is a really big one, particularly because that affects our coral reefs, and our coral reefs are important for fisheries, tourism, and as a first line of defense in protecting our islands from storm damage. So a big one is climate change, and the Bahamas is really taking a leadership role in addressing the issue of climate change. We're also concerned about pollution, both the pollution that you can see, like plastic pollution, but also other pollution that you can't see that's sometimes more dangerous. And we're thinking about scrubber waste from cruise ships. We're thinking about sewage, pesticides and fertilizers that all come from land but impact our ocean.
As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
This is the super versatile Ring Stick-Up Cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk.
Hey, Eddie.
Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on.
Seriously?
Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor Stick-Up Cam by Ring.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been?
Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim. Oh?
By the way, it's not Newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Bahamas promotion by using any service at Lighthouse Point, and you could win 5 free nights. And this summer, when you book 3 nights, starting on a Friday or Saturday, we'll throw in Sunday for free. Yes, enjoy a fabulous Sunday on the beach with your 3-day Friday or Saturday booking at Lighthouse Point. Call 242-373-1333 for reservations today. Lighthouse Point.
Urban renewal's repair work underway in Abaco. Our Jiminita Swain was on the island yesterday for the assessments.
Officials from Urban Renewal on the ground in Abaco on Tuesday, where the focus is on its accelerated small homes repair programs. Now, officials give us an idea of what's taking place as it relates to those repairs.
Well, it's extremely important for us to be on the ground today. Our Urban Renewal team, Chairman Steve Medina, myself, and of course, along with our project manager from Grand Bahama, Mr. Kyle Stewart. It's important for us to be here today because we had promised the residents in Abaco, like we done on the other islands, that we would come and bring some sort of relief as it relates to repairing their homes, and especially because this is the hurricane season, and Abaco is seen as one of the hard-hit areas, and we surely couldn't let them down.
Minister of State for Social Services and Urban Development, Lisa Ramming, and her team on the ground in Abaco. The first stop, Dundas Town, where repairs were being carried out on the home of Kermie Brown.
I'm happy that the government now is starting to deliver the promises that they gave us.
From there, it was on to another home in Murphytown, where the team was hard at work replacing roof shingles. The job well in progress. Homeowner Gail Wallace also pleased for the repairs, especially in the midst of another hurricane season.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm very happy because they are, you can see they are at it right now, doing their job as we were promised. Well, it's very important now because the last hurricane that we had was very drastic. So right now we need to be prepared and fully prepared so that at the end of that hurricane, we will be able to survive through all the year.
Assessments also took place in North Abaco and the settlement of Crown Haven for ramming. This is just one of a few taking place on the island.
Gail is just one of our recipients who would be benefiting from the Urban Renewal program. Of course, we have 46 assessed in Abaco at this time. As we assess, we repair. As we assess, we repair. And so residents can look forward to seeing that our repairs are going to be accelerated, moving even faster at this time. And so we want Abaco to know we're here. We love you, and we're on the grounds to ensure that your homes are being repaired.
From Abaco, the next step for the urban renewal team is Andros, where they plan to continue the small homes repair accelerated assessments. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
Healthcare, tourism, agriculture, fly fishing, and finance, just some of the topics to be discussed at tomorrow's Andros Business Outlook at the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute in North Andros. Participants will learn more about the Big Yard socio-economic, cultural, and environmental landscape, focusing on community-based initiatives on capacity building, marketing, and product development to increase investment, business development, and employment, while promoting the island's conservation. Member of Parliament for Mangrove Key, Central and South Andros, Leon Lundy, will deliver the keynote address on the theme A Bold Vision for Andros and the Berry Islands, Crown Land, Infrastructure, Fisheries, South Andros. The 2023 Andros Business Outlook begins at 9 a.m. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, McKishel. We're under mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperature 86 degrees, the relative humidity 73%. We have southerly winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,015.0 millibars. That's 29.97 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Valleys this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 87 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Toll Key, and Mars Harbor, Abaco. The Berry Islands at 86, Allenstown, Bimini 87 degrees, 85 in Harbor Island and Rock Sound, Eleuthera, Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space at Andros, 86, 87 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Alderstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 84 degrees there, 85 in Georgetown, Exuma, 85 again in Rygat Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, 86, Acklands, 86, Magitani, Nagua, 87, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center in the Northwestern Islands tonight, right through Friday. Those winds will remain out of the south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. Low tide that takes place at 35 minutes past midnight. You can expect your high tide at 6:19 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern islands, also through Friday, southeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
That's it, come on now. Oh, Kachai!
Stacey, what game this is you playing?
I'm playing duck and potholes.
Local government can benefit people at the community level and free up parliamentarians to focus on legislation rather than vexing issues like potholes. In 2019, a committee reported its findings on local government for New Providence. We need more hands-on government and a system that works for the people. Imagine local government.
Attention fleet owners, let's be honest. No one enjoys a passenger who tries to control the driving. But with our cutting-edge AI dash cam, you can remotely monitor your fleet's driving behavior without being physically in the car. Here's how it works. The AI dash cam constantly tracks the driver's behavior and emits a warning beep if they are not focused on the road. For instance, if they are using their cell phone while driving, the AI dash cam will beep. If they appear distracted, the AI dash cam will beep as well. The AI dash cam is designed to detect any actions that may lead to accidents, and it will alert you in real time of any collisions, hard turns, hard braking, obstacles, or other risky driving behaviors. Gone are the days of sticking a huge label with your contact number on your vehicle and hoping that someone calls you to report reckless driving. With Mobile Garage Fleet Solutions, you can stay connected to your fleet in real time. Our AI dash cam acts as your guardian angel, keeping a watchful eye on your drivers and your vehicles, potentially saving you thousands of dollars in the long run. Visit mobilegaragefleets.com to schedule a free live demo today.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you can be mad at us. You can be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Well, you may be wondering why I have this shiny championship belt draped across my shoulder. That's because one of our very own has embarked on a journey to become the next WWE superstar. Alexis Gray recently signing a contract with the world's most famous wrestling company and recently made her television debut. How she got this opportunity? Find out in this report. She recently made history putting pen to paper and became the first Bahamian to sign a WWE Pro contract. Alexis Gray, the former track standout of Texas Southern University, was recently introduced to the WWE Universe as a part of their newest class of recruits for their world-renowned Performance Center. We recently caught up with her about the opportunity.
I was just sitting at home one day during COVID, and I seen this application for WWE come across my page or whatever, because you know how Instagram be doing whatever. So I said, you know, whatever, I'm gonna just apply. And after 6 months, I believe, I ended up looking at my email and getting this opportunity to try out in Dallas for the WrestleMania tryout in Dallas. And I was like, okay, let's do it. At first, I told my people about it. And listen, my people old school. So when I tell them about this, they was like, it can't be real. It can't be real. And I was telling them, I was like, no, I was on the phone with these people. These people was explaining dates. They giving me all this stuff. This gotta be real. So I ended up just saying, you know what? I can trust it. I can trust this situation and just believed that this can be something good for me. I ended up going to the tryouts and pretty much got offered my contract after that.
Grace speaks about coming from an athletic background and now being fully immersed into the wrestling world.
So what's crazy is, I used to do all of the, flying elbows and stuff, putting the headlocks on my siblings and stuff. Like, I used to do all of that stuff, but I just never used to know how to do it safely. And I have coaches who are so intelligent, these guys. And when for me, I'm the type of athlete, I'm like a kid when it comes to learning things. So if you put something in front of me, most likely I'm going to be so interested, I can be so locked in that I might just pick it up in like 2 days, 3 days. So for me, I was so open. I was so excited to learn exactly the movement of the body, how to get around the body, how to manipulate the body, how to do all of these things. I was so keen on learning these things that I picked up on a lot of the techniques super, super fast. And because of just the weight training and everything we do in the gym, that just helped it escalate even further. I feel like I'm in the most shape of my life, swole.
And of course, while now a full-time WWE professional, she can't help but occasionally be starstruck.
I work alongside Shawn Michaels. He is literally the top dog. We work alongside Coach Bloom. We work alongside Fit Finley. We Coach Smiley. We have so many big wrestling names who have paved the way. It's so crazy that the other day I met Kofi Kingston. I got to meet Rey Mysterio. I got to meet Rhea Ripley. Big names are always in and out of this fluctuation that we have going on. And it really blows my mind every time I see them in person, especially because I'm like, wow, I can literally touch you. I can just.
And tomorrow in part 2 of our sit down with Alexis, she talks about truly representing the Bahamian culture and plans to incorporate it into her character. Switching gears to baseball news, the Bahamas Baseball Association National Championship set for June 22nd through the 25th. Games being held at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium as well as the Blue Hole Sporting Complex. Bahamas Baseball Association Secretary General Theodore Sweeting.
What's exciting for us right now is that we're back up to our normal teams participating. We have to 32 plus teams this year, so we have a great island participation. We call this our Bahama Games for baseball.
Sweeting adding that the excitement is certainly through the roof.
It's going to be a very interesting for us. As you know, all the islands that are coming in the 16 and over division, all the players are excited because why? They get a chance to play in the national stadium. So that's going to be a big thing for them to get to play on the turf and to see exactly how they can perform. And it's exciting for those kids coming in to see that we have that level of a facility that they see all over the world in various places, but they have it right home in their backyard. So that's going to be exciting for them.
And this weekend, the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium set to be the host of the Speed Capital World Junior Championships running from Friday to Sunday. The Speed Capital Commission was founded in 2019 by Luke Robinson and Jonathan Terry. The organization is committed to enhancing the youth athletics experience from an event performance perspective to educate practitioners on the importance of balancing academics and athletics. The events also provide competitors with a worldwide platform showcasing track and field athletes ranging from the youth, high school, collegiate, and professional levels, as well as help assist athletes as they train and transition between the aforementioned levels. The Speed Capital Invitationals commenced in 2021, and since then the events have garnered national attention for the caliber of competition, athlete-centric approach, and the outstanding award systems, which includes customized medals, apparel, club donations, and scholarships. That's been a look at your sports on this Wednesday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars, or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Of the Bahamas. Fly away.
For a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion, vitamin A and E enriched Natural Bright cleanses, exfoliates, and moisturizes for a soft, glowing, even skin tone. Natural Bright whitening, lemon and papaya exfoliating soaps for a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion that brings out the natural you. Also available in cream and gel. Natural Bright Soap Collection, distributed by ESC Distributors. Telephone 394-0819.
Saving money is super easy when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.59. Hunt's ketchup, 32-ounce, $2.89. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for 99 cents. Big Sweet mixed vegetables or California blend, 28-ounce, $4.59. Bone-in chicken breast, $1.99 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, high-pressure system at the surface will continue to render relatively light winds over the next several days, but a fast-moving troughing system will produce some brief showers over the northwest Bahamas tomorrow. Our forecast for tonight, we're looking at mainly clear and very warm with a low temperature of 79 degrees, but tomorrow there will be a mixed bag of clouds and sunshine, a couple of showers in the mix as that little troughing pass through the area. High temperature tomorrow, very warm at 90 degrees, and we're looking at your extended forecast shaping up like this. Those 90s going to be with us for the next 7-day cycle, and those couple of showers developing tomorrow, but things will pan out quite nicely on Friday with lots of sunshine in our forecast. A few more isolated showers over the weekend, and as we head into the weekend, we'll see more drier conditions. As a matter of fact, today, the heat index got up to 104 degrees, so make sure you're taking a lot of water and wear some light clothing over the next several days. Makishna?
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.